What's up, everybody? This is the Unknown Otaku, and today I'm going to be doing a live stream. Let's do this shit.
What is that a parody of?
That's a parody of, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Welcome. Oh my god.
Okay, everyone introduce yourselves.
Welcome to
That's a
any
parody of, I don't know.
Hell,
Oh
yeah.
Jesus
What's up,
Christ.
What's up, I'm
suck it.
Killer Trigger Star, and let's get right into the news.
Jesus.
Everyone.
Right.
Air
We should
horn.
not have Kaiser.
Man, that was
do it
pretty
because
good.
it just
'Cause I
fades
definitely
out
want
too
to hang
much.
myself now.
Okay, everyone, we're only going to have this video public, this stream public for like 3 minutes, and then after that, I'm going to unlist it, and then we're going to pub the video later.
Public.
Yeah. Okay, go. Recafag.
I'm KaiserTrigger. Okay,
What?
go ahead.
Okay, I'm Rika Fag. Yeah, that's about it.
OneManCast.
Hey, and I'm one man. How's it going?
Jerry.
What's up, this is Jerry, and I do human things.
And KaiserTrigger,
I am
because you're
totally
so...
not a skeleton.
And KaiserTrigger, because you're so well unknown, you're even more unknown than me. You need to talk again. Do another
Wait,
introduction.
Okay. I'm KaiserTrigger. How's it going, Antler Nation? Let's get right into the news.
Okay, so the topic for today is the worst.
Wait, did
anime
you say
ever.
news or noose?
News.
I said news.
We're gonna go all Sayori on this. Show.
Okay, worst anime ever. Plot starts it off.
Alrighty.
What?
Yeah.
We all pick our worst anime ever and why.
I don't watch terrible anime. I only watch good.
After
Yeah, you
that his
only
name
watch
is
good
Bob
anime like Sword
Progressor
Art Online.
I mean,
That's
that's,
true.
pretty mediocre. It's not.
Wait, did I actually watch all of Sword Art Online?
I mean, to be fair, I kind of
just-
fell asleep for most of Asterisk War.
I'm just gonna check my
This is fucking.
list.
Yeah.
I'll just find what I have
Oh, yeah.
rated the lowest on
Asterisk
my.
Wars is
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use Mal for this.
I'm gonna
Alright.
have to get out my Pythagorean theorem and start calculating this shit. Like everything's objective.
I mean,
Well, I have a way of determining whether the anime is bad or not.
yeah.
Okay, so I have.
I mean, my
I
two
got a
would be
way of
dumb.
determining an anime whether it's bad or not. I just analyze the opening without even reading the lyrics.
All right, so I think I've got. Let's see. I've got Elfen Lied ranked pretty low,
What?
but K, the Missing Kings, or just K in general.
That is a good show too. What the heck?
No, that show is terrible. It's all just visuals.
It's all nipples.
That's part of that's the idea of the gimmick.
It's a terrible show with just really good visuals. I couldn't stand
Literally
it.
just visual K incarnate in anime. That's why
Yeah.
it's called K.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Elfen Lied.
Oh no.
Definitely.
Well,
The show-
I'm just gonna pick one at random. I'll just say Sky Wizards Academy.
That's a fucking anime.
Okay, 3 minutes
yeah,
have
it's an
passed. I'm
anime.
gonna unlist.
You
Fucking
talking?
Kaiser's your turn.
You're a bitch.
No,
No, Kaiser, your fucking thing you're talking about. Your worst anime.
Oh, Sky Wizards Academy. It looks like shit. It's animated like shit, and it's fucking shit.
I don't know what Sky Wizard, whatever the fuck.
I've
that
never
is.
even heard of that, and I've seen hundreds and hundreds of.
Oh,
anime.
you want to? Okay.
I've never even heard
It
of that,
looks
and
like-
I've seen
Okay, dude.
over I've seen like over 700 fucking animes. I've never even heard of it.
Seriously,
What is
no one's
here?
heard of it.
Here.
Wait, is this
Go into the Hangout chat or whatever. The one at
It's like-
the side group chat.
Yeah,
it
link.
the thing where it's like just people
Oh,
that
this is
Yeah.
find shit.
And if anyone want to read
about
the
as
comments,
close to
here's
as
the
mediocre as everything else.
there's the stream.
Like the fucking anime is total shit.
I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse.
See, here's the thing. Like,
I'm
I
sure. Okay.
if I don't like the anime, I just don't watch more than one episode.
Right.
That's the thing.
Oh, so
That's-
you agree with Digi on how to objectively find a good anime?
No,
in the
it's
first-
just if I
and what-
I don't think did you
no,
understand.
someone would have to make a compelling argument for why I should watch it again.
yeah, that's the
Yes,
same
thank
reason
you.
that,
That I agree with.
Digi said.
Then I guess I do agree. I don't know.
You two are gonna be, what the fuck?
It's going full circle. Plot is
Like-
starting to get Digi.
All right, like
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the stuff I dropped. Big Order.
Fuck off, cat.
Wow,
What?
that's surprising.
Big Order?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I heard good things about that anime, actually.
What?
No, he
Yeah.
said fuck off
It was-
to his cat, not you.
Oh. It's
Fuck
a...
off, kitty cat.
No, because it's a JoJo ripoff with just like a really bad
What about Keijo?
setting. What?
Oh,
No.
Keijo was
Keijo-
awesome.
Keijo was awesome.
Keijo. Oh yeah.
No, the
No.
manga's
Oh, yeah.
way better.
Yeah, because isn't it in the manga it's
I
actually
mean,
amazing?
fucking 60 FPS butt
No,
frame.
in the
Manga's canceled,
manga-
right?
Where the
Keijo's fucking
show
amazing,
Keijo
man.
starts is like chapter 27 or 28 of the manga.
What?
So
Yeah,
you've
I
got
was
this
wondering
huge chunk
why
of
it's-
backstory.
I was wondering why it started off so fucking,
I
like...
was
Yeah.
wondering why there wasn't character development.
God,
Yeah,
damn,
because the
I-
main two characters get a huge chunk of development before the show starts.
Well, I mean,
God
of
damn it.
course. I mean, they had to have been born, and later they had to have gotten character development.
I mean, it would explain the Yuri implications behind the main character's best friend.
Oh yeah, there's also a lot of shit cut. Like the blonde chick is a legit dyke.
Yes.
When you say, when you say dyke, you look right.
You
'Cause
cut off. Just
when
like
you
that
say
dick.
Dykes are lesbians, dude.
When you say dyke, you don't mean like butch dyke, right? Like butch.
No, I mean like lesbians.
She doesn't seem all that butch to me.
Yes.
Like dyke is what I think of when I think like wearing fucking flannel shirts.
As in when they move into
Dyke has
the
like, barely any hair on top of their head and all their hair is in their armpits. No.
no
Oof. Keijo's
lipstick, not lumberjack.
fucking- Hey, do we all agree that Keijo's
Works.
fucking amazing?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
The only thing that blonde needs is a good dicking, and then she'll be pretty set.
You and your
Very
hateful
vanilla.
lesbians.
I mean Gates of Bootylon is like the most hilarious thing ever.
Attack
Yes.
on Titan as well.
Aside from maybe Shoryupai.
And Attack on Titan.
Wait, I thought we were
Yeah.
talking
I
about...
remember. You remember the one who has like the fucking like wolf or tiger thing in her ass or whatever. It's like a spirit, like a stand.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Cerberus.
love that.
Yeah, and then the fucking Nozomi decides she's to vibrate her fucking hips, literally like that. Imagine you're fucking doing it with her hips like that.
Keeps cutting out again.
You're just, dude. Imagine you're doing it with her, and while she's vibrating her hips like that.
Yeah, that kind of sounds strangely pleasuring.
Well, I mean, look, vibrators. Okay, there's a vibrator slot for fucking male masturbators. It makes it feel better.
So
I
you
mean-
just want to use a vibrator as a condom and then fuck her?
Sounds
No,
about right.
she's a condom and a vibrator all at the same time.
Well, I mean, all
This
women
is-
are condoms.
Praise
See,
it.
you never.
I don't know where you're getting that with all whatever.
Remember the worst animated KaiserTrigger, most socially and sexually awkward experience ever.
Oh yeah, just fapping away, just nonstop. Oh man,
You don't even need to fap with that experience. Jeez.
like Jesus Christ, the things like just all you need to do. You don't even need a condom. She is the condom, just a baby making condom.
Woo!
I think we're like thinning out what defines as a condom now.
Just a
We went from worst anime to worst condom.
nice, thick, meaty vagina.
I mean, very, very sloppy, of course, but okay.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
We were talking
I
about
know.
an anime that was terrible. What anime were we talking about?
Fuck, I
Skyward
don't
Academy.
remember.
Skyward Academy or some nonsense like
Oh yeah,
that.
Skyward. Okay, OneManCast. You're worst.
No, I know it's not fair, but these two are so equally bad at the time. Bananya and 100% Pascal Sensei.
How can you say Banana's bad? I mean, it had the
It's,
best.
Did you-
literally
did you-
anime Dora the Explorer.
Oh, wait. Did you just hold on? When you said you cut out for a second there, 100%.
100% Pascal Sensei.
What the fuck is that?
I think
It's
I've heard
like
of that.
you've
I've
never.
never heard of that.
God dang it! Gonna have to go Crunchyroll to help you out on that.
Okay, so how can you say Banana's bad? It has one of the best lines in all of anime. It says,
It's a shit animation that practically replicates the formula for Dora the Explorer.
it has this line: "Black Banana, you're too black. Go away."
That is funny. That is kind of funny, but it's still a terrible production, and it's a waste
It's
of
like
fucking time.
The whole thing takes 6 minutes of your time.
Just
Each episode, and it's terrible.
Just imagine freaking Dora the Explorer saying something like that.
I think literally the entire community would implode.
Hey, Tyrone.
I think that's the biggest problem. Is that the
you're too negro.
You're too negro. Tyrone.
Oh my god, that's amazing. There we go. I sent you the 2 links.
Yeah, you're too to be Maximus or whatever. Tyrone Magnus to be Tyrone Magnus. Okay, that's it. You're too negro to be Magnus.
Rickafag, what's your worst?
You're not negro enough. You're not negro. Fuck.
You can't even pronounce. You can't even English.
Wait. OneManCast, make your case for yours.
Okay, well, with 100% Pascal Sensei, it is literally just a cheap rip-off of the formula of Gintama, and it does it incredibly, and it fails incredibly. Like, literally, the first episode or 2 is literally just 100% Pascal Sensei ripping off a joke and a theme from Gintama. Not to mention that it is only, like, somewhere between 5 to 15 minutes in length. It's one of those very short anime that just bores you to tears. If it doesn't bore you to tears, the jokes are just terrible. And it's always ripping everything off.
That sounds like the exact qualifications to say cheating classroom is bad.
Oh yeah, cheating classroom.
Cheating classroom. Are you talking about classroom?
Did you know that there's also a Powerpuff Girls anime?
How is that even possible?
Yeah, it was called Powerpuff Girls Z.
Z.
Because Powerpuff Girls was extremely popular in Japan.
And Bananya is just a complete waste of space production that could have the money and resources directed elsewhere.
Okay.
Or something worthwhile.
Rickafag,
all right. This is the Powerpuff Girls Z, just in the.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
We're talking Rickafag.
Okay, so like the worst anime of all time, I would say it's yeah, but the worst is what's it called? Lovely Complex, because I fucking hate that show so much. It is by far one of the worst anime ever made, and I fucking hate it. Like
that's a decent call.
It's literally 26 episodes of testing your patient on how much you can suffer watching this shit. Like at first, it starts off pretty decent. It's it's basically all the cliches in a romantic comedy, but then it doesn't do anything with it, and it's like you think it would do a parody of it or do satire. No, it's just all the fucking cliches.
Oh, it's the one about the short versus the midget versus the giant.
Yes.
I never even watched that. I'm like immediately skip.
Dude,
it's
wait, hold on.
literally bad.
So they both have like red hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both a bunch of weird redheads.
Yeah. And like the first 5 and the first like 5 episodes, it's like they have great chemistry, they're perfect for each other, and the girl's like, wow, I'm really good with this guy, I should like date him and something. And then it's like 10 episodes of jacking around doing nothing, and then finally she confesses, and then he misunderstands, and nothing fucking happens, and then another like 5 episodes of finally getting to the point where she finally confesses, and she's like, it's even better. And then finally she confesses, and the guy's like, I don't feel like we should date. And it's like, and then she fucking suffers for 30. She suffers for literally 3 years, high school years, wondering why the fuck she can't move on when this piece of shit is like her soulmate, and she can't just go do anything with her life.
When I was in an anime club,
when
I was in an anime club a few years ago, back in like 2011. They fucking over.
Oh yeah,
thing. And they
told me. They told me it was literally the second best romantic comedy other than Toradora.
That fucking anime club.
Yeah,
that fucking anime club I went to.
We all know that belongs to Scarlet Aria the second season.
Yeah, but that was back in the day. Like that was like back in 2008 and ish, whatever.
That anime club that I went to.
Back when Rickafag was a lolly himself.
Oh my god, no!
I'm always a lolly.
Okay, so like back when I went to that anime club, right? And they fucking were watching that shit. Oh my god, it was so fucking stupid. whenever this is the thing about my anime club. Every time they stopped showing romantic comedies, everybody just got up and left, except for a few people.
Wow, that's even more plebeian than you are.
It's more plebeian than anything you've ever fucking seen.
I refused to join a club like that when I was in high school.
And now
Yeah, it's not for me.
Like Fist of the North Star, and they would just be like, "Get up and leave."
What?
Fist
I
of the
mean,
North
I don't
Star
really
was
care for
amazing.
Fist of the
Even
North
that,
Star.
that anime's not approved.
I don't really care for overly detailed designs.
Like,
That
it shouldn't even
anime
be that
club.
hard. It shouldn't be that hard to digest.
What did you say?
I mean, the story's a bit of a slog, though. I mean, it's not very well paced.
Yeah.
Like Fist of the North Star, what are you watching it for? You're watching it to see people explode.
I thought
Right,
we were
and you
watching
don't
it for
see
ass
that
and
often.
titties.
You see
mean,
that whenever he gets in a
Well,
fight, fights are rare.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching, well, no, there's fights every episode. But if you're watching ass and titties, okay, that's on you, I guess.
Yeah.
You see the man tits, man.
Yeah.
I don't care for that.
Kenshiro
yeah.
kicks everyone's ass, and Kenshiro also has his titties out, and by ripping
Oh,
off
yeah.
his shirt. So I mean,
Without
you're
even
watching it for the
trying.
ass and titties.
Yeah.
That's one way to go about it, I guess.
but
Jared,
you
I think
are
it's
the-
your turn. Is it? Wait.
Gundam 00: The Awakening of a Trailblazer.
Oh, a Gundam. Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
I don't know what Gundam
This
is.
movie
No, I'm just joking.
was the most terrible thing I have ever watched to completion.
Mecha in
And
general
that's
is
saying
terrible.
something. Well,
Wow.
Mecha can be great. Gundam 00 was really good. The
I
second
disagree.
season was pretty fucking good. It ended perfectly. So they make a movie because it was making a fuck ton of money, and the movie sucks. It's
They need to
horribly
evolve that
paced.
anime.
It was all because of Love Life.
Love Life is amazing. Love Life is God.
Love Life.
The only
killed
thing
it.
Love Live
Yeah.
did to Mecha was be more profitable. Because I can guarantee
You
you,
can't even say
Bandai
that.
went, we have a video game
You
company.
can't even say that because
Why
Mecha
would
made-
we make Gundam?
Hold on, you can't even say that because Gundam actually made more money when Giga was looking it up. Freaking
Yeah.
the merch sales by far outweighed what Love Life did.
But rhythm games are cheaper to make than video games.
Oh,
Yeah, you love Love Live, don't you? You
Yes, it's very
you,
good Yuri bait.
You secretly you look at them
Guys,
being
trigger, you fucking
lesbians. You look at them being lesbians with each other, but they secretly want you to join in.
No, I
I
have a
mean,
lot of things that I'm
ain't
like,
gonna-
this
I'm
could be
DCF.
it, but I don't remember anything about it.
There's very
And
few
I think
people,
that's a huge problem.
there's very few people I call normie in the fucking anime community, and KaiserTrigger's one of them. The other person.
Wow, dang. You're good, somewhat good
You-
company.
The other.
Mhm.
Mine will be Pupa.
You call Kaiser normie, and then you go and look at every anti-tuber ever.
That doesn't make you not a.
See,
It's
I'm
super
pretty sure
normie.
most of
being
us
a normie is being mainstream.
It's not
won't go
mainstream.
through all of
Tell me
It's
Pupa.
super mainstream. Anime America, Mother's Basement. Like, there's a huge plethora of YouTubers
Hey,
who do that.
OneManCast.
I thought Mars Needs Moms was like the one that
How
everyone
many
made fun of.
How many fucking normies follow over 200 fucking anti-tubers?
A lot of people.
No.
I would not be something to
Yes.
be proud of.
Anime
okay?
America has like millions of subs. Fucking Anime Man is over.
Dude, that is
Wait,
not
that
something
does-
to be proud
That doesn't mean all the fucking people that follow them follow every fucking anti-tuber. If that's what
There's
it
like
meant,
a
then
plethora of people.
hold on.
who
If
do
that's
this.
what it meant, then every fucking anime YouTuber there is would have a fucking fuck ton of subs.
That's not something to be proud of,
The
dude.
fucking
Holy shit.
fucking Joey the Anime Man is a fucking normie. The Anime America
You-
is our
you-
normies.
You follow
That's my
Joey,
point.
okay?
But
That's
I'm
not
just
something to
saying,
be proud of.
fucking.
All right, so I had.
If you
What
agree
I-
with a normie opinion, you have a normie opinion.
I didn't say I agree with their fucking opinions.
You just said you hate Pupa, and I've literally heard every top 10 list Pupa as
Alright.
one of the
That's
worst.
fucking everyone hates Pupa.
That's because you could go on Mao and it's listed on the worst.
All right, so I haven't seen Pupa. What's
okay,
what's
well,
so
anyway,
bad
I
about it?
haven't
Tell me
even
what's so
stated
bad
my
about it.
case.
Welcome, everybody.
I haven't even stated a case.
That's
Fine,
what I'm wondering. I want to
Fine,
hear
and
his
I'll
case,
say
guys.
one. Fine, I'll say something I hate more than Pupa. Even though I hate this more than Pupa, I still say Pupa is the worst anime ever. And that is Cheating Classroom.
Never heard of it.
Really? That bad? I thought it was just alright from what I've heard.
Yeah, what would you have?
Hold on, let me
Cheating
make sure I'm getting the name right. Y'all can talk. I'm gonna fucking
I remember Cheating Classroom, but
I've never heard of
I
Cheating
didn't think
Classroom.
it was terrible.
I have, but I heard it was just alright.
Yeah, that's what
Like a
it is.
disappointment,
It's
but
just
not
kind of,
much.
it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Yeah.
So
just-
I'm really curious to know why you think it's the worst thing of all time.
Not game. God damn it. Cheating Classroom.
He doesn't. He thinks it's the second worst.
Yeah, but still, second worst of all time. That's
No,
was
I
like-
still think
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
Three, like,
Pupa's literally just to appeal to
people
fetishes, for fuck's
on
sake.
tests in over extreme ways. Like the first episode ends with like a meteorite hitting a classroom while these people are like rushing to steal tests from each other while they're beating the crap out of each other.
I'm going to the bathroom.
I mean, that's a pretty good reflection on dystopian.
Okay. You're going to go
Yeah,
to the
that's
bathroom?
the point.
What do you say?
I think Rika Fact said he's going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I think that would actually be a good reflection on a dystopian nature and how.
I'm trying to find...
Well, I mean,
An image
the point of the show is just to lambast how over people assess the value of tests in Japan.
For some
I mean-
man, I can't even find it. I looked it up.
What?
And I couldn't find it.
It only came out like a year and a half ago.
I know. There is no fucking images.
Are you talking
on
about
Google.
Classroom with the Elite?
No,
No. It's
no, that's
Cheating
just
Classroom.
terrible.
It was fucking... like, my opinion why...
Are you
it's
talking
fucking
about
terrible.
King's Game?
No. No! I've
We're just gonna start naming shitty school anime.
Okay, so
Talking about
my
cheating
reason
crap?
for cheating... I'm gonna kill you. My reason for saying Cheating Classroom is terrible
Oh, no.
is because...
Here, I think this is what you're talking about. I'm gonna.
let's see.
Oh, I can't find my tab. All right.
Because for some reason I went to Google Images and couldn't find it. I was like, what the
Cheating
fuck?
Craft? It says
Oh.
it's Cheating Craft.
Oh, wait, that... Yes, that's it. Cheating Craft. I hated it so much I couldn't even remember the fucking name.
I guess so.
It was so Cheating Craft. It's one of those things like the fucking premise makes no goddamn sense. It's just
Okay,
Yeah,
walk us
it's-
through the premise then.
no, because what you're supposed to do is trying to cheat your way through high school to get to the very top. So what do you think you're going to do? Oh, you're fighting everyone? No, you're not really fighting. Or no, you would think everyone would work together, but no, they're fighting each other. Okay, so you think because they're fighting each other, they're gonna whatchamacallit be against the fucking teachers, and eventually you see like other times they're with the teachers. Okay, if they're against everyone, including also against the teachers, then you would think they wouldn't team up. No, they start teaming up in the most ridiculous of ways that make no goddamn sense. It's just one of those things like everything they do makes not even in a funny way. It makes no sense.
Sounds like Seth the Programmer's power scheme.
I mean, it sounds like politics.
It's it's one of those things like it's fucking terrible as a premise. It makes no goddamn sense when you try to figure anything out. The
I
fucking
mean, that's anime in a nutshell, though.
the
Premises
jokes-
that don't make sense with
No,
terrible
the
execution.
jokes are trying to be like Gintama, but fucking terrible, like terrible iterations of fucking jokes.
Oh, hey! More Pascal Sensei references.
I was like, I'm just watching it, and it's like, this is very cringy, and it's trying to be funny, and it's like, oh my god, the jokes are fucking cringy, and I'm just watching it.
I hated Gintama's version of the jokes, and those jokes were bad, but some of their jokes were great, but a lot of their jokes were bad too.
Mm.
And when you're trying to imitate bad, it just gets worse.
You just don't
I mean, that
understand
is
it.
true.
You have to have a high. You have to have a high IQ. Gintama's jokes.
I mean, 161 out of 200. I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
No, Lupin the Third taught us that it goes up. IQ goes up to 300.
Depends on the test.
Pokemon taught us it goes up to 5,000.
And Rick and Morty taught us that it doesn't end.
Oh yeah, it never ends. Just a billion. IQ of a billion. Yeah, I've got.
So, I was like, I'm watching it, and like, everything, like, nothing amounts to anything when you're fucking watching it. And it's like the most and I already predicted the ending after the episode 1, and it just had a fucking Deus Ex Machina ending. They fucking pulled out of their ass. It made no goddamn. It was like, what's the point of tension if you're just gonna have the main character all of a sudden, fucking turn into a fucking flame dragon that fucking destroys anything it touches.
High School DxD.
And
High School DxD. Oh yeah, that's
it just
also
had,
got great tits.
It was just a fucking
that
terrible
shows-
fucking anime. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't-
one of the worst.
Here, I did not like
No.
it for its art style. I did not like it for its story, its contradicting story. I didn't like it for the sound. The sound was.
I mean, Cheating Crack got
I
a
did-
5.56.
It had
I
a
mean,
lot.
Some
Hold on.
people like
It
it.
had a lot of fucking annoying characters. What calls it? It only had like 2 good characters in the whole show, and that's
Alright.
out of a full classroom full of cast.
I mean, that's
You
more
want-
than I can say for a lot of series.
No, that I mean, calls it? Out of a full fucking classroom, that's like 30 fucking characters.
I hated most of the cast for negative.
Yeah, but
Wait,
see, that would be
shit.
like if the entire tuning exam arc had 2 good characters.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
subjectively.
mean, Naruto's pretty bad to begin with, so.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not going to argue that.
yeah,
I
we
would.
all agree, and we all know that Yasuharu Takanashi said chip
Hey.
it in.
Alright.
I gotta say, freaking a crow saved the show.
Yeah.
Alright, no,
I've got to
we're
say,
talking-
Mike Guy should have died.
yes, he should have.
But then again, why? How else would Naruto be able to use his Jesus-kun powers?
And I'm just.
But that's
never-
the worst part. First of
I know,
all,
that's the
Guy
joke.
is the type of person who would have wanted to burn out.
Yeah.
Shot down in the blaze of glory.
Who died
Yeah.
going all out, man.
Plus, you had that moment of, oh, I'd have been fucked if your chakra was red. Oh, shit!
I still didn't finish. So
I mean, he wouldn't even further beyond the 8th gate.
about the cheating crisis. I still didn't fully. I was also saying how none of the jokes. I didn't laugh at a single fucking joke in this thing. It didn't have good animation, sound, jokes. It didn't have good fucking characters besides 2. It didn't have, and those were barely shown. And when I mean barely, I mean the episodes were 5 minutes each, and they were only shown for like 20 seconds at most each episode. At
Alright.
most.
A show I hate, Aria the Scarlet Ammo.
And
Die.
for
Oh,
the
that show! Holy shit, that was
I
based
love
on a
that
light
show.
novel. I've lurked on forums sometimes, and I've seen discussions on that. Holy shit, it had fucking writing, especially in the light novel.
And I
you
mean-
think
You cut out
you-
for a second. I didn't hear what you said.
okay, you think the anime is bad, but I've seen forum discussions about the light novel. Shit.
And when I say the 2 characters that were good, it's impossible slate to fuck up that they use. They use
I
the
know, you
big
don't know.
breasted shy girl who can do no wrong. It's one of those characters. And it's,
Oh, you mean like Rem?
no,
Or Ray.
no, not like that.
Yes, like Rem. Rem is the wife who can do no wrong and get
No,
pissed off.
she's
over-
not a big breasted shy girl that can do no wrong.
I mean, she's not big breasted, but she's got knockers.
There's literally.
Wait, we're talking
fucking
about
stereo-
Rim from ReZero, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
she is insufferable.
She's
I
pretty
like Amelia.
stacked.
Not-
Thank you. I'd say a decent C to D cup, yes.
Yeah.
But she's stacked.
She's not anime stacked.
Anime stats is like unrealistic boob size.
No,
Let's not
her
get into
boobs
that
obey
territory.
physics.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what we're talking about. Freaking anime stacked, and when we say anime stacked, we're talking about fucking like
J and
really
above.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I just
So that's
try to
what,
avoid
that's
those.
what I mean by the big-breasted shy girl stereotype that could do.
Oh,
no
so
wrong.
Hanakawa.
Ooh.
I
anime.
still think the shy girl who can do no wrong makes plenty of sense for Rem.
So that's why the only 2 characters inside cheating, craft, those two characters were not bad, and that's only because it's an impossible slate to fuck up.
And again, I've seen many anime where I don't like a single character, so that's still an improvement.
So, plot progressor B, you mentioned were you the one who mentioned Aria the Scarlet?
And with
that show's so bad.
And with how much I said they appear, it's not because they got so much screen time that they're good. It's that they had so little screen time that there was no way they could fuck up. Like, they only showed them like as a glimpse, pretty much. It's like you can't fuck it up because they aren't even really characters. If I got down to it, they're there, but they're not really characters.
Just walking tropes or something?
Pretty much.
So, waifu and boobs?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you can't fuck that up, man.
It's impossible.
I mean, you can, and that's what makes it bad, right?
Everything else, there's like all the other characters that are shown. The main heroine of the show is like, what's her name from Gintama? Kaguya. Or no, not Kaguya.
Kagura?
Kagura, yeah.
Kagura.
It's like her, but a worse version of her.
And not voiced by Ryukugimiya.
Actually, the voice is pretty fucking similar.
Oh,
actually, dude, the main chick from Aria the Scarlet Ammo was also voiced.
Yes, that's part of why I liked her. But...
Oh my god, it was, dude, the fucking anime, the fucking light novel anime, it's so fucking stupid. He gets power-ups from fucking sexual...
Rika Fag said he got to go... Didn't he just fucking wake up? He says he got to go to bed. The only reason we did this is for him. Because he said, oh my god.
Oh well, too bad.
I think he just wanted to promote that one anime and be done with it.
Yeah, I think so. Alright.
So
I need to go to bed soon. What were you gonna... Yeah, Aria.
Talk about your experience with Aria. We've been hearing
this show
on a rant.
Make no sense. This show, alright, so I think Aria is supposed to be like some kind of weird descendant of Sherlock Holmes. Somehow,
Sherlock
doesn't
Holmes,
make any sense.
Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes
the third, or something like that.
Sherlock Gnomes.
Why not just watch Detective Conan?
Yes,
I mean,
that's
Detective Conan.
no.
Kind of...
There's no actual detective work in this show. All right.
If you want to talk about like a mystery
it's like
show,
the opposite of your Avatar, right?
Dude, it's dumb. It's dumb enough that they let teenagers do this kind of work to begin with.
The plot of the show is they live in a society where people are trained.
I wonder how they even get to that point where they allow when child labor laws would completely and utterly shut down.
They live in a society where the kids are trained to be elite.
My question is that how do they
missile fighters or something, or they basically train to
fighters?
Snipe.
They call them booties or some shit. Whatever.
So like Kanko Collection.
I mean, Kanko Collection had Yuri, so.
Well, Kantai Collection basically is just ship girls, as in they're like, but there's a human aspect about them in that sense.
And so the main characters is special because when he gets a bloody nose, he becomes a super genius and just knows everything.
Super fight, yeah. And he could just do anything, oh yeah.
Kantai Collect is just Armor Blitz, but overseas instead of on land.
So you get like through the show and they'll just introduce a concept and you're like, where did this come from and how does it work? And nothing will ever get answered.
Where did it go?
So
because they're just introducing ideas just to introduce them and then leave them to die in the dust.
So it's like every Sword Art Online ever.
Every
it's kind of like High School DD where they take mythologies and shit. Like they have this little I remember hearing who's basically Robin Hood's descendant, and then they have a wolf girl or like some girl who turns into a wolf-like creature.
But at least they have supernatural bullshit to try and work with in the writing.
Yeah, well, there is no lore in this show. The
one
show
thing
has
about
no
Aria that doesn't make sense is the Sherlock Holmes thing. Like there's nothing to verify that.
Nothing in this show makes sense. Okay.
All right.
Like even if you explain it in some kind of like in-universe, like, oh well, this happened in this.
All right. So there's
because we only have our human brains to work with.
So we have
actually I don't have mine to work with.
Oh, okay. You're good.
One thing that did irritate me was how do you get to that kind of societal point?
We are
Like, the way society is set up, you're not gonna reach something of that level.
because we live in a
Majority.
society.
Yeah, not to mention, that's how you can tell that this kind of fucking story is just titillation for teenagers' minds because they want to feel like they're superior to the adult.
So
The elite squad.
So
I mean, I was like 15 or 16 when I watched it.
What'd you say?
I was like,
I said pretty much Plot's channel. The superior mind.
Oh, Plot's
ooh, we're getting spicy here.
No, let's see, because you get to like near the last like 3 episodes, and they encounter like a werewolf, and you're like, all right, so apparently there are supernatural things in this show, and it just never comes up ever to anyone. And you're like, where did this come from? And it just comes out of nowhere.
Not to mention the main. Yeah, you're talking about. Like, oh, you mean a wolf or whatever, right? Because the werewolf you're talking about was at the final episode where it's like, oh, I'm actually Dracula, but I'm actually a werewolf and not a vampire.
That never made any sense either. I'm like,
I mean,
okay, thank you for telling me about this, because I haven't seen it, and now I don't have to.
Actually, it does make sense that Dracula would be a werewolf, because that is one of the things Dracula could turn into.
Yeah, but he's
a wolf.
Only a werewolf. If this was Dracula, he could do a lot of other things too, but no, he's just a werewolf.
Yeah, he could take up the ass.
might as well just throw him in Skyrim.
It's the most uninspired. It's the most uninspired presentation of Dracula I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and it comes out of nowhere.
I mean, Twilight. But
if it's Dracula, that means he can take
comes
it up
out
the
of
ass.
nowhere, like the last 6 minutes of the show, and you're like,
just like
what is this?
Yeah, it's a fucking just out of nowhere plot device. It comes out of nowhere. We're in the same way that Issei Hyodo's PTSD comes out of nowhere in High School DD. Like, no sign of it before, just fucking out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Well, at least that made sense as a, like, contrivance, because it's like, oh, why hasn't he tried to make a move? Oh, yeah, I forgot he got stabbed on his first date ever.
But at the same time, you also have to understand he is making a move all the time, talking about how he wants to have a harem, and it's like...
It
kind of also worked as a guy who talks big but doesn't make a move.
Yeah, he wants to be seen.
Sounds like Japan.
He's a character like he does all talk but no act.
Yeah,
but here's the thing though. He talks all the time. They already know that he probably wants to fuck every single one of those girls.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's already made a move. Now out of nowhere, it's like, oh, suddenly I don't call my Rias by her name because of what. Now Issei is suddenly out of nowhere afraid to call Rias by her name because of that fucking girl.
My biggest trigger is that show named Asia.
And what?
Not to mention, it's just one.
It's just one what?
Not to mention, it's just one girl, right? That killed. He cared that much about. Like he cared that much about that one girl.
He was so
that's
desperate
bullshit.
to get killed for it.
I think it would have worked if it was done earlier, because I can kind of see go on your first date, get deaded. That's probably going to have an effect.
It could have been a major plot point at the beginning. It could have been a major plot point at the beginning, but they wanted harem shenanigans.
Episode, but okay,
it's
first or second episode.
I could see it even up to like the third or fourth season.
He died in the first second episode, but it only was until like the third season that it showed up at all.
Oh yeah,
it didn't even show up in the third season.
Wait, because he did go on dates after that. And
he did.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
I completely remember that. I never watched the third season of High School
DxD.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Basically, they just wanted a stupid excuse to have some stupid plot point that as it was too late.
I mean, you could reason it out, but
you can't.
The justification is thin.
No. Because the fucking date he had with the priestess, he wanted to actually go all the way. He wanted to fucking fuck her at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that was an example.
Like, why are you suddenly? Yeah.
Of him not having any fucking PTSD at all. Like there was no hint of it at all, and he
not all psychos display signs immediately.
Yeah, I do.
Not really, no. I mean, people have masked. Clearly, you haven't met many people who mask their emotions and don't display signs of it.
Yes, I have.
Then if you have, then you know why I say what I say.
As I don't think you understand what I was saying.
No. If you have PTSD, okay, the first thing you do is not go on a date with somebody when you got killed.
Right, and that is illogical. But Issei's own fucking libido overcomes his own PTSD.
That is not an excuse for.
It's not an excuse. It's a justification.
It doesn't even sound like a justification.
Layered justification.
A justification does not mean anything if it's a.
Exactly. That's why I say it's thin, but it's not non-existent.
It's not even a thing. That's a shoehorn justification.
It is shit, but it's not completely out of it.
No, it is completely out of it.
If you can even acknowledge for a second that it's even a bad reason, it's still there.
No, that's like saying, whatchamacallit, someone got PTSD in war and just kept going to war every single time. You don't know it, and then all of a sudden, he goes into a different war, and then goes into a different war, and then all of a sudden PTSD. And they ask why he doesn't have it. He didn't have it before, and it was saying
he had it before. He just didn't display.
There was air there, so I could power through it. But there's air here now. I can't power through it anymore.
I mean, people who suffer from PTSD can still choose to go to war for other pathological reasons.
They would still definitely show it.
All right, on to terrible anime, man.
Yeah, fucking.
I mean, the big problem is if it's a terrible anime, I either drop it or I don't remember enough about it to say it's bad.
Exactly.
I generally fall asleep if it's bad.
Because like Guilty Crown at least had a good enough soundtrack that I can not think it's terrible.
That's my feelings on Shippuden.
All right, so other terrible anime.
I didn't watch Shippuden because I just read the manga.
Magical Shoujo no Ore, or however you pronounce that.
What the heck, fool? I don't.
I think I dropped that.
About Digi all day.
What?
The fool of Oz. He's saying, "I bet this stream is about talking about Digi."
We're talking about shitty anime.
We don't just we don't just sit around and talk about Digi all day.
That's secretly what the
No, we also talk about Seth the Programmer.
Oh yeah.
Did you see us as people sucking off of bigger names?
Yeah, do you just see me as a drama whore?
I guess.
I mean, your entire channel is literally just commenting on other YouTubers, so...
Yeah. I mean, he comments on Kakiguru.
You're basic...
I don't know about that.
You're Annie alert. There you go.
No, my freaking channel existed because YouTube got rid of my comments being able to be seen by other people. So I was like, oh, I guess I might as well start fucking making videos then.
Wow.
YouTube blocked me from commenting.
That is just weird.
The terrible anime, The Familiar of Zero.
Yes.
You're gonna have to justify that one.
No, he's not. No, he's fucking not.
Don't.
That was complete and utter shit.
You're gonna have to justify it.
The animation is absolutely terrible.
First time is pretty good.
A cucklord for a main character in a complete
2006.
Yeah,
Fort's Time was pretty good. Mid 2000s was fucking terrible.
2006.
Oh yeah.
Darker Than Black, Lost Exile.
2006 when they fucking wasn't that like right before they swapped to digital and started?
No, that was right after. They swapped to digital at around 2000.
Yeah.
And like only a couple of companies were any good with it.
Yeah, because right after swapping to digital, that completely changed like all art styles, and like very few companies could ever produce anything. It took fucking forever for companies to actually start producing good quality again. But they did figure out one thing about switching to digital, that they could make the waifus look a lot better, and that's why there's so many fucking waifus now.
Again, Last Exile was a wonderful anime. You know,
yeah.
Steins Gate and all
because of digital, we got Keijo. Oh
actually,
yeah,
it's very possible.
I don't think you could do a Keijo on an analog style.
No, there are so many After Effects in Keijo. You couldn't do it You couldn't do it with Cell.
My point exactly.
Yeah, there's way. It's funny because if you really think about it, going digital is the reason why we're getting so many fucking harem anime now.
It's also the reason why Ufotable exists.
I mean, fucking Unlimited Blade Works was wonderful.
Okay,
but...
what other reasons do you say?
All right, so the whole premise of the show is ridiculous, but like, let's take it for example, just the main character. He just gets summoned to this other world. He's like, yeah, I don't care, and he's just kind of.
He fucking cared a lot.
He doesn't.
Yes, he
does. Just kind of he just rolls over and accepts it.
No, but he fucking doesn't know how to escape, and he's been trying to figure it out the whole time.
He could always just get pissed off and go on a killing
rampage. It wasn't until that one time that he could escape, but he would fucking abandon everyone at their time of need. That's the only time he didn't fucking escape.
Dude, if I was summoned to a world without my permission, I would look to beat the piss out of every living thing.
It wasn't until like right after it did he regret not going back home, was because they didn't treat him better after that. She actually started treating him worse after it, and he started regretting it. At the very end, he did go back to his home.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. At the end of season 4.
Yeah.
Right after they got married, they went back to his home.
Like episode
season 4.
Yeah.
I don't.
There was a season 4. It was called Final, and they.
Holy crap!
I'm about to trigger people, but Shakugan No Shana.
You're still gonna have to justify. I'm still waiting for these justifications.
All right, I could barely get past season 1. What makes you think I got to season 4?
Because they have a big-breasted elf girl.
But that doesn't, like, justify the ultra fucking noble feminist cunt that the female support character is.
Yeah,
it makes the entire romance completely hollow.
What show are we talking about?
It's Familiar Zero.
Oh, okay, we're still talking about that?
Yeah.
I was going to go after you were done.
Oh, man. No, because, all right, the main lady, she's a terrible person, and she's mean to the like the whole series.
Yeah, I fucking hate tsunderes as well, but
I mean, I like them if they're atypical.
Tsunderes are not bitches. They are just misunderstood.
She's
misunderstood. Fucking A.
He sleeps on the floor and is fed like dog food. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is like human.
I mean, technically, isn't that a Seda dare?
You don't understand, man. She's just feeding him dog food because that's all she can afford.
All right.
He's a rich prince. What are you talking about?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
None.
I'm pretty sure nobles can afford more than dog food. You should be eating lobster on a platter, completely slathered in enough butter to give them a heart attack.
Yeah, they spent all their money to get that, and the rest of us for dog food.
But it's dumb. It's treatment.
At least Shakugan No Shana had not Shana. What was it? There was another fucking thing that teleported a guy to the world, and they couldn't fucking afford it, and that's why they had to give them scraps. I'm trying to remember.
I think that's either Konosuba or
no
ReZero.
I'm talking about old.
Yeah, I was about to say
better world building than this show.
Konosuba is also
brilliant fucking world building.
Yeah, but
Konosuba, I would argue, is god tier.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the fact that Cosmo used to have to. Oh, I know it was ReZero where the main character had to live in a barn because.
No, Cosmo had to live in a barn.
It was Cosmo. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about.
That was Konosuba. I don't remember what it was. I've seen so many fucking anime, I don't remember them by name anymore.
Basically, my justification for Shakugan No Shana is everything about Season 3. Season 3 was horrendous.
Okay, I was about to ask what the fuck was wrong with Season 1 and 2, but then you say Season 3, I'm like, okay.
All right. I actually want to hear you justify the Familiar Zero.
Yes, I need to hear this.
I just want to hear what your arguments against it was.
I mean, it's harder to find an argument for it than against it.
Okay.
Let's be fair.
Okay, here's my argument.
So anybody remember that show that was Wars was aired at the same time as Asterisk Wars, but wasn't Asterisk Wars?
Yeah, it was just the
Kushino Cavalry.
I saw.
Yeah.
I saw the Asterisk Wars
Here's the
series. Does that count?
Here's the thing about that show. Even though it did romance better than Asterisk Wars by actually having the main guy right from like almost at the very beginning, it's still a shit show. Okay, because it is still has the same generic formula of the guy has
doesn't make it shit. Makes it C tier.
His limitation never matters.
Yeah, his so-called limitation never applies.
No, wait, it matters in one fight.
Clearly,
and
they
which one is that
sacrificed the mechanics for the clear backstory, but that's...
Oh, okay, no. Let me hear which one was that one?
Samurai Girl. Remember, she jumps off the thing and he uses his power to save her, and then the fight's the very next day?
So basically, no, she still won that fight. And she
still won that fight,
even though the
mechanics of his ability still worked. Were a problem.
She was portrayed as somebody who couldn't even be beaten simply by using that technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the main character like drops her in episode 2 or 3.
You can always beat someone.
That's a cliche at this point.
Like basically, he's just like every other anime where they have either a special power or some special thing living in. Has that fucking thing? He's the only. Yeah, he's the gun. Yeah, he's the only. He's the only person who has a magic skill that amplifies all his abilities to begin with. And the point in having like the magic to hide yourself, but he can just hear better, or he can just see amplify. It's like a Kaioken or whatever.
There is that one. There's also an episode early on where they kind of go into how it's done, and he's literally sacrificing one. Like he'll sacrifice his sight if he doesn't need it, or just the ability to see color and shit like that. So at least it's thought through enough that it's not utter complete bullshit.
Is this guy guts?
Oh, are you talking about Rocket Aikishi or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's that one show?
Because the thing about Rocket is that the only thing that matters, okay, the only thing that matters is the girl, the main girl. Okay, she's hot as hell.
Was it the irregular at Magic High School or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually one of the forgettables.
That's so hard to watch.
Entirely
they call him Jesus Onisama.
Yeah.
That
show
was so hard to watch. I fell asleep so many times.
And I had somewhat enjoyed the manga, but
I'm honestly glad when I watched it. I watched it on Netflix and they had a dub because I was not paying attention.
I fell asleep like 13 times. I fell asleep every single episode of that show.
Pretty much my feelings on Asterisk.
Hey, remember, he has no power except regeneration.
He has
he has just one. But he's fucking Wolverine levels of regeneration.
I mean,
you know something actually about Rakudai. The light novel is also even worse because he's like there's only one person in the world already confirmed who could probably beat him on their own, and that's the strongest person in the world. So he's already.
That's more than Asterisk War has.
Like basically, there's this one girl who's like the strongest #1 user of those special powers, and she's the only one. Oh my god, her name is I think her name is like like it's so fucking stupid.
You cut off.
What show are we talking about still?
Rakudai.
There's also that little trick with it though, that you just have to burn out that power, and battles are not fought with 3-day breaks.
Right, and it's
haven't you ever heard of the legend of fucking Gilgamesh versus that one person from a tree branch?
Gilgamesh has no cap on his power.
No, I mean
we're talking about Rakudai, dude.
Come on, man.
Oh, not
no, dude. Okay, dude. This is stupid enough because people will try to tell you that he can blow up the universe or some shit.
Yeah, he's at least planetary.
Yeah, he's at least planetary.
Gilgamesh?
And he moves as fast as he wants.
Even though his ability is so self-contained that it literally cannot be planetary.
No.
It's
stated inside the game.
Is pretty fucking broke.
At the very least, it's planetary.
He has a specific radius of what he can actually damage.
Yeah,
The whole point of his heaven or his gate of whatever, his gate of Babylon, is that it's an enclosed space. There is no way to know.
Yeah, we're talking about his ultimate weapon.
We're talking about Enema Elish.
That
is at the very least planetary.
Yeah, at the very least, it's planetary. But there's no way it can be universal, all right? Because
I could see it.
I mean, that
I could see planetary, but universal would be a little nuts.
That fucking spaceship is supposed to be weaker than Enema Elish, and that spaceship moves literally as fast as anything. It could go from one side of the universe all the way to the other with 0 time passing.
So basically, the fastest.
It can also fight. Like, it can fight even while moving that fast. So it makes no goddamn sense. I can't even hear you. You cut off.
Still, it's like, just because it moves that fast doesn't mean it's fighting.
Haven't you seen Star Wars? The Last Jedi? When you fucking move something that fast and just go through a fucking ship, apparently.
Okay, that is the worst anime ever.
Star Wars.
I'm still waiting for the justification.
Because it had not one good scene.
I'm still waiting to hear his response for why Familiar Zero is good.
Yes, and he keeps redirecting the topic.
That wasn't me that redirected. That was Kaiser.
All right. Come on, man.
That's very convenient, likely excuse.
Yeah, I was literally talking and the Kaiser fucking interrupted me.
I'm just trolling.
Oh no, you said you talked about Gilgamesh out of nowhere.
That was on a different thing. Okay.
You're bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit. You were the first. No, whatever.
You talked about Gilgamesh.
Fucking normie. Let me think. I don't know. It's more of the things. I can't really think of something bad for the Familia Zeros, but I can't really think of something good at the same time. I don't see it as like this utterly terrible thing, but I don't remember. It was like the freaking I don't even remember when I saw it.
Slow isolationist episodes aren't really good either. I mean, the pacing is horrendous, and just like there's nothing good about it. It's a slow slog of a show. It's like torture porn, except not good.
I was Familiar Zero?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gets there and he doesn't even explore the world for like 6 episodes. It's just, hey, him walking around and standing.
He's not even getting to know most of the characters. They're just females trying to get his attention.
That is most of the characters.
No, there's like 20 of them.
And he sleeps with all of them.
And he doesn't do anything.
No, he practically does nothing except for the main.
The fucking maid is the good character.
I mean,
the maid actually is the most developed character.
No, the development is absolutely hollow.
That's the point.
Because they throw it all out the window in like season 3. I just remember that. Because I remember she was supposed to be like this calm, collected girl that has this deep backstory about why she became a maid and everything like that, and how she's helping her family go through tough times, and this is the only way she can pay it back. And then eventually it throws almost all that out the window just by while it doesn't contradict it, but she becomes just this slutty fucking girl, extremely hot for the main character. Like literally every other character at the very end. There's literally
in the first season, she goes back to her like house in like the woods, like a couple miles off, and it's just her family owns this like giant house and this giant hangar where they're holding a plane. And you're like, wait a minute.
Like, Familiar Zero doesn't have a sensical amount of development.
I just haven't seen it in like I haven't seen it since it came out. In all honesty,
shoot, that is a long time.
Like I was watching it while season 1 was airing.
Oh crap!
That is super early.
I think I watched like episode like the first like 4 episodes somewhere around like 2012.
Well, maybe not while it was airing, but while the illegal websites were getting it.
Oh, was that during the fan sub era?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof. And then I recently finished watching it like 2 months ago, It was a slog. No, here's the only defense I'll give it. It's the perfect show for having just some crap in the background that you don't want to pay attention to. That's white noise. It's the perfect white noise.
What about black noise?
Shut up.
Racist.
Oh, did you hear about what happened with Dragon Ball Super's English dub when the Goku went to the future?
Guys, there's an anime I want you to check out, and it's horrendously bad.
Listen to
the Full of Oz says thoughts on traps.
Traps are fine. Deal with it, whatever.
I feel there's way.
It's only give the balls touch.
I feel there's way too many fucking traps in anime now. There used to be like
there's like
rare,
maybe 2 a
Dragon
season.
used to be clever and shocking.
No, there's almost fucking 1 a show.
Yeah.
Dragon
it's fucking
had in the English dub had a line where Trunks literally told one of the soldiers, "Hold your fire. That man isn't black."
That is
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that is amazing.
The English dub by Funimation.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Hold your fire. That man.
Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find you a specific anime that's just so horrendously bad. Like, the art style is horrendous. Like, it's an anime that also got completely canceled because of how bad it was. Like, there's no joke. It is horrendous. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, man, I just really don't remember the familiar zeros. This is why I wanted you to
It's bad.
talk about
Yeah. That's going to be a huge problem. Because if I finished it, it probably wasn't terrible.
I was like, you gotta justify it because I don't remember it.
Because I didn't watch the 2nd or 3rd season.
Or 4th.
I couldn't find the 4th on Mal.
Just now?
There was a spin-off or something.
There we go. There's the one.
I'm pretty sure it was the 4th season that it was ended off on. It was either 3rd or 4th. I was pretty sure.
I've watched all 10 episodes of what was supposed to be a 12-episode season of Martian Mayhem, and it's horrendous. Like, there's certain parts of the anime where like the eyes are so badly drawn, they're looking.
It looks like the most generic like fucking wife.
It is generic. It's like it's like the word. It's like Harry Potter. It's like a Harry Potter fan fiction, only worse.
Oh my god!
Like I could imagine the headmaster of the school.
When I saw that title, I almost thought of March and Awakens Romance.
I mean, I like the title because the title is German, and I like the German language in general. And it looked appealing. It had cute girls, but then I like sat down and watched all 10 episodes. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? It's so bad. Like the art and animation are horrendous. Like the quality nosedive at like episode 2.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know if that is supposed to be.
So what's the worst? Okay, here's something. What is the worst light novel series you've ever heard about that never got turned into an anime yet?
Sword Art Online.
Onsen.
I don't read light novels, so maybe Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya. I don't know.
No, he said that hasn't been turned into an anime.
You said Sword Art Online.
Yeah, I was joking.
No.
Onsen.
Yeah, I don't read light novels, so.
Okay, like for example, like you've never heard of any light novels?
The only light novels I've read are like Majutsu no Index and Haruhi Suzumiya. I use Bakasuki.
Yeah.
Bakasuki. They have this one had an anime. You ever heard of
Second
Dragon Art Academy? You ever heard of Dragon Art Academy?
Oh my god, I know that one. My buddy.
Yeah, it's probably terrible.
I hate it. He would know. He knows how much I would hate. How much I hate the show, and like, it's just.
Dragon Art Academy, like the main not the main girl, but like the blonde one is hot and all, but the rest of the is so shit.
Like they're all bland ass fucking pastels. Like they're so fucking horrendous, and the main is just a bitch, and that's the only thing that makes her stand out.
Oh my god!
It's complete. It's complete bile. Like that's literally what it is.
I am God.
I am God of the. You are God of the new world.
I'm God.
Oh my god, Death Note reference.
Otakus.
God of the new otakus.
Oh,
Works for me.
The world God only knows.
Oh, you're still.
Oh, I
The world God only knows is good.
The show is amazing.
Yeah, I loved it.
Great show.
What if Doki Doki Literature Club gets an anime?
I will literally jizz myself.
I'm going to watch it just for just because it'll be great to go into a hangout with.
Yeah. Can we, instead of getting an anime, get a hentai?
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
That sounds excellent.
Because then there won't be any restrictions
caliente.
for the death scenes and shit like that.
Ooh, muy caliente.
Because
I don't know.
when it comes to
Like,
magical
when it
girl
comes to,
sight.
No, when it comes to anime, they always have like some kind of censoring or toned down and whatnot. If you go to fucking hentai, they don't give a fuck. They will fucking just make people fucking heads chopped off and you start skull fucking the head and everything. Like, holy shit. If it goes to a hentai, we can see Doki Doki pretty much uncensored.
Hell yeah, that would be fun.
Except
actually.
for pixelated everything else. Fucking breasts and not
Only if
breasts.
the music is just equally as haunting as the visual novel was. It was so perfect.
Alright, I need to go. This is like almost 5.
We took you way past your bedtime.
Yeah.
I know.
His parents might ground him.
No, I have class tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here, boy.
He's
Ouch.
homeschooled.
Get out!
Okay, plot left. Now we can talk about objectivism.
Yeah. And how it's lagging completely.
Objectively, Dragon Academy is shit.
Yeah.
Objectively, my opinions are right.
Objectively, my opinions are more right than yours.
Nope.
Yeah.
Objectively, people die when they are killed.
You know, that actually makes sense in the context of the scene.
That's what I said.
And that is the sad part.
I mean, it always makes sense. People do die when they're killed.
Yeah, but in the context of the scene, he had just been stabbed the night before.
I mean, you know, Subaru doesn't die when he's killed.
Actually, there's so many characters that don't die when they're killed.
Yeah.
I saw that fucking long-ass meme.
Like, everyone from Bleach.
Yeah, I know.
Sasuke Uchiha.
No, there was this giant fucking meme. It showed a lot of different animes back then, saying, man, even if you killed him, he probably still wouldn't die, and stuff like that. And it was a list of about 30 different animes having lines like that, that are pretty much shitting on that people die if they are killed meme.
Wow.
And where'd those lines come from?
No, they came from like random fucking anime. Some came from Bleach when they were talking about Kenpachi, saying he's so ruthless. Even if he dies, he still wouldn't be killed. Or even if you kill him, he still wouldn't die. And so,
Kenpachi suffered wounds that would have been normally fatal.
Yeah, it's just there was a lot of fucking lines like that.
Like, I think Kubo loves to just make the blood fly, even if it means like enough blood to die of, blood shock or whatever from a lack of nutrition.
I love Kenpachi.
Same. His raw vigor and violence is just awesome.
Fucking raw bloodlust, man.
Hell yeah.
The epitome.
Part of what makes
he'll kill you. He'll kill you, and then
that helps with like Stain's presence too.
Guys. Kenpachi's Araki.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone was standing around, fucking not knowing what to do, when a fucking god ascends down. Captain Yamamoto tells everyone to be careful. This is going to be the strongest villain you've ever fought before.
I'ma fucking hit it with my sword!
And he said he should be unbeatable. And then you just see him rip off his eye patch and running with his skull fucking spiritual pressure and fucking hits it with his skull. And he tells, freaking Yamamoto was telling everyone to stay back and make a fucking plan. And Kenpachi just fucking charges at him and fucking kills him.
I mean, the one time he actually has a plan is with
Leroy Jenkins.
And then it was even funnier because of after he killed him, he came back to life because of regeneration and started fighting Kenpachi again as they're falling. And then Kenpachi, he gets tired of Kenpachi, throws Kenpachi on the floor, and then plants a fucking mountain with a giant fucking castle on top of him. And then after that, Kenpachi does something no one has ever done inside the series. He starts lifting the fucking mountain and castle using nothing but his spiritual pressure.
That is glorious.
He's not even using his hands or anything like that. He's just laughing so hard that the castle is fucking floating with the mountain. That is so fucking badass.
Scary. That is so damn metal.
Bleach is probably the best series I ever dropped. And I only dropped it after the Mad Monk fight, because that turned into bullshit.
I'm telling you.
I never dropped Bleach.
Anyone that says Kenpachi's not a badass, he's just edgy, and is like, no, you're not fucking paying attention. He
gets badass points.
He's fucking badass as hell. He's badass incarnate.
Yeah, man, he's like pure, like masculine blood rush, like kill everything. Like that's what makes him so cool. He literally follows through with his anger, bloodlust, and all this other cool shit. People basically bitch about not enough Sakuga.
Not enough Kenpachi Zaraki.
We need every scene with Kenpachi to be Sakuga. Every
we need all of Bleach to just be remade with nothing but Kenpachi there.
No, we need
all of Bleach to be remade by a company that's actually competent.
We need
because Period sucks.
I would actually like Bleach to have Kenpachi as the main character.
We need to have Bleach remade using nothing but Sakuga.
That would be a hell of a bunch.
That would be hell.
It would be another red line. The next red line, but with a long-running shonen.
That would be...
Honestly, I would watch the fuck out of that.
I think anybody would, but I don't know if the companies can afford it.
They can't. It took 7 years to make Redline.
Oh, God.
And that's just a movie.
Oh, God.
That's actually common for movies.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
It's taking 7 years?
I mean, for good movies, yeah. I mean, for, regular generic movies nowadays.
Animation just is so time intensive, it's not even funny.
Are you sure? I mean Toei
like
laughs at that all the time.
All the good anime are frame by frame.
Yeah, just look at fucking Toei. They fucking laugh at animation all the time.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on One Piece.
Toei, the fucking worst studio, in my opinion.
No, Perot.
No, Trigger.
No.
Well, the problem was
Trigger is overhyped. There's a difference.
I mean,
the main problem is that they take way too much on their fucking plate to begin with. Like they think they can handle One Piece, Dragon Ball, and all this other shit that they do. It's fucking. To mention, they already have a parent company, right? Toei company, who does all the tokusatsu that you see out there, right? Like Kamen Rider, I think.
It's business suicide.
Yeah.
Well, no, they just hire more employees.
No, the thing is, I find it retarded. People always use something like this as a counter argument for when you talk about Toei. It's like, oh, you're not watching all of Toei's properties.
Precure looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was just like,
dude. Yeah, here's Toei's animation will always look like shit because of how much shit they take on. Because they're fucking stupid.
Except for like one at a time. There will be one good show while they're animating it, and then like the next to the billions will be terrible. While like there will always be consistently one good.
They just never have to have good people on Dragon Ball and One Piece because those will print money. Period.
Well,
oh yeah, you can make it
print money. They print money. But the fucking thing is, they take way too much onto their plate because they think they can live that long-running anime life and just incarnate. When the thing is,
that needs to die out anyway.
Here's why I hate it.
I think everyone will agree with that.
Here's why.
It really depends on what you consider long-running to be.
Anything past like 40 episodes.
Well,
Anything
52
past 40.
episodes at a time needs to no longer be a thing.
Yeah, 5
It's
episodes.
killed Black.
The
It killed
entire
Black
thing.
Clover.
I mean, a lot of anime just need to be dropped in general. Like, we don't need this much anime. It's literally going to cause, recession and collapse of the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, economically speaking, taking on so many anime is not healthy for, anime itself or the.
Well, it puts on a lot of work, but here's the thing.
It also costs a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, each one costs about $2 million to make.
12
Exactly.
episodes.
Which is actually cheap compared to American animation, but
I mean, if you're comparing it to Disney, then yeah.
Yeah, but America doesn't
well,
even
no,
run on
that
the
Cal
same
Art
economic
shit
system.
costs more money than an anime.
What the fuck are they doing? What are they spending it on every night? Freaking hookers and shit?
No, they're paying their animators a living wage.
What's the living wage? Fucking
More than 10,000 a year, which is the average
I'd say they make about 30
cost of a
40K.
keyframe animator in Japan.
I mean, they're making like 30 to 40K.
You also got to realize a lot of animators in Japan are freelance too.
Yeah, true.
Well, you
that's
build
the
up
biggest
a
problem with
reputation
everyone.
and then you become a freelancer.
I'm just fucking around though. I know.
Yeah.
Well, at least I mean, I know they get paid dog shit.
Oh
Yeah, they get paid absolutely.
At least American animators get like 30 to 40K a year.
Yeah.
The voice actors get paid like celebrities.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Because they are.
Yeah, they
I mean, Chris Sabat, is that his name? Is pretty much God.
yeah.
Yeah,
The freaking-
but he doesn't even make close to what a Japanese seiyuu would make.
Oh yeah,
So what-
without a doubt.
Yeah, freaking the fucking voice actors get paid more than the directors, the artists, and like literally everyone. There is
That's
not
because voice acting studios get fucking great legal representation. You either make money or bust.
Yep. Oh yeah, here's why I hate Toei is because at the very least with everything else, I don't care if you fucking flop on Sword Art Online or something like that. I didn't care. But when you take something I like One Piece, and then fucking turn it into dog shit, yeah, I'm gonna hate that studio.
Wait, hold on. Take what?
Something like One Piece, and then turn it into dog shit.
For me, I hate studios that fucking throw away, basic fundamentals in the false namesake of innovation, like Studio Trigger does. Like Kill la Kill without like its music. If you paid attention,
What fundamentals does Trigger throw away?
Like just basic storytelling, basic movement animations that don't make sense. Like there are times
doing different animations. They're
but
experimenting.
that doesn't make them good. It makes them horrendous.
I didn't say
like
they were
Kill la
good.
Kill.
Kill la Kill was amazing. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't. And the reason why you think it's amazing is the soundtrack behind it. Without Blooming Crayons, without Nui's theme, if you look at it, Kill la Kill, without any of the, any of the money, or not the money, but the music behind it, you actually see a very empty, shallow, very hollow production. All of the entire basis around Kill la Kill's thematics. Like, without the music, the thematic mystique of it just goes away. It doesn't feel like a good anime without the music.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of fucking anime that don't feel good without music.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
Guilty
why
Crown is
Naruto
unwatchable without music.
Naruto's unwatchable without music too.
That's
That's why
every
I said
fucking anime.
no. There are some that would work regardless of whether they have music or don't. Things like basically things like Gochi or like Hyperdimension Neptunia. Certain anime do work without
Hyperdimension Neptunia would not work.
No, in the animation itself would, but not the.
I'm sorry to say, but I don't give two shits about what's going on.
Like
I'm basically giving you
like
examples.
If you watch Gurren Lagann's final fucking scene without any sound, then it would also be fucking terrible as well.
That's my point.
I look.
A lot of animation studios over rely on it these days.
No, I mean, like,
If you
hold on.
if you watch most of Fully Cooley without sound, it would be terrible.
Look, you can't take something and just have nothing out of, like, say, music. Everything has to have something going with it, like every act.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think any anime could work without sound.
I never paid attention to the soundtrack when watching things like Fully Cooley or Last Exile.
It's supposed to be white music. It's
meant to be in the background.
Yeah. It's supposed to
be foliage. It's supposed to be distinctive and
no. It's supposed to.
Wait, are you saying Fully Cooley's soundtrack isn't distinctive?
No, it doesn't sound distinctive at all. If I don't really pay attention to it, the one thing I did like about Kill la Kill was the music behind it, like Blumenkrantz.
What about the music in front of it?
Like the music, you get it. Never mind. Phrasing, etc. Anyways,
that's
things
every
like Dewey's
fucking anime.
No, it's not every fucking anime. If you look at some of the older stuff, you don't need the background music as much. No.
Honestly, I could think of maybe 3 that getting rid of the music wouldn't get rid of a huge chunk of it. Especially at key scenes.
Yeah. I could think of K-On!
Well, that's because K-On! Has no music in it.
That's very true.
Fucking music anime.
Yeah, and K-On! Is pretty shit.
No.
That's actually
no. It's just kind of
my favorite moe blobs of all time. That's like a huge cult classic.
It's amazing.
Okay, being a cult classic doesn't make it amazing.
You can say
it's very memeable.
Don't make me bring up Pulp Fiction.
Don't make me bring up Digital.
Okay,
I got him on call.
Look, I like Pulp Fiction. I like it because it's a cult classic.
Honestly, Pulp Fiction is where it's like, do you know how to edit? Because it needs to be in order.
Yeah, I remember when I watched Pulp Fiction the first time, I was so confused until halfway through it, and I started saying, oh, this is not in order. I was so confused on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But what I basically am getting at is that the animation is not up to snuff without music accompanying it. You pay attention specifically to the motions, the combat, the daily interactions. It's less endearing. It's less entertaining.
People won't want to waste their time.
Every fucking anime. It is less entertaining without the fucking music.
People won't want to waste their fucking time on a fucking anime unless they have a mixture of stuff like music, animation, and.
I have not seen a single anime that if you take away the sound, it won't be less entertaining.
Well, you're saying basically that it's supposed to be white noise, but if you pay attention to Kill la Kill, what its most distinctive part about it is that its sound is not in the background. Blumenkrantz is not a background sounding music. It
all depends on what's happening. Are we talking about like fucking day-to-day music? Because I said white noise for freaking Fully Cooley. While they're fucking just walking around. If we're talking about the action scenes, then yes, the fucking music has to be blaring in the fucking front and center.
And
yeah, like you say run.
But my point being is the music itself makes you able to look at it more critically and pay attention to the motions, the angles.
The music itself, then it should be good.
It's covering up the negatives when you shouldn't be having negatives in the first place.
You know,
it almost sounds like you're saying the music is the final piece that puts everything together.
It's basically used as a crutch.
Because the freaking music is good, therefore you don't notice the bad animation. But I don't see the bad animation. I see the fucking joke animation.
The music is so beautiful. The music is so beautiful and grabs your attention. You pay less attention to it.
Okay, give me a second.
Fuck me in the ass. Holy shit.
Can you explain?
It's just like how Aqua's voice actress is so amazing.
No,
you don't notice the squash and stretch of
what the fuck is right now? I can't even fucking tell.
It's about motion mechanics and how you don't pay attention to them because the music grabs your ears and grabs your attention and distracts you from the things that do badly. That's how it works. It's a psychological effect that misleads you away from the negatives.
That is literally every fucking anime that uses music.
Majority of anime have to have music in order to create a balance. Most people don't care about...
It creates a balance. It should create a balance, not a crutch.
But here's the thing. Anime has to have some kind of crutch, because let's say you take out the music. Nobody's going to want to pay attention to any of the fucking scenes unless there's music, because they got other things to do. A drug, okay? Anime is more of a drug, okay? It's like it's entertainment.
All entertainment is a drug, but the things should not clash. They should complement each other rather than make it to where it's a crutch where they over rely on it.
I'm pretty sure the crutch of Kill la Kill is the fucking ass shots all the time.
That's not the crutch. That's part of that's the emphasis behind the action is in the first place.
Sure.
It's supposed to take sexuality and the sexuality of it and kind of just over.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it like the creator of 2B and Nier Automata said. The reason he did that, really secretly, he just likes girls.
I mean, most men really like girls, but at the same time, it's the overexposure technique, I think, is the term.
Be just a way to get around having tits art out of it. Oh, well, it's a piece of art.
Freaking fool they are to say music doesn't work like that.
I've seen you link me a video that I've already seen, by the way, and I don't agree with Digi on that at all.
I 100% agree with Digi. I don't on that video. I don't
always agree with Digi, but when I do, I talk about it with OneManCast.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a meme. That's fine, but I am not going to agree. It should complement. It should not.
It fucking does complement.
It does more than complement, and that's the problem. It fucking is the centerpiece of what makes the scene great. It's not a compliment. It's a crutch. An over-reliance on music is the biggest problem of the digital age. Because they no longer tell the subtleties in the physical mechanics. It doesn't... it only focuses on the immersion of only a little bit. The motion animation can be left with, less effort because of that. My point being is that their animation is not inventive. It's forsaking fundamentals in the pursuit of false innovation.
I think you just need
to be honest, you also
with no music and explain it.
Simply put, a music complements every little bit of the video, but
you all sound like you're going over the place. You just all sound like you're all talking around hopping around, so I can't even.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he needs to make a video with no music and explain his point.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to see that, that's fine.
Because because I need some visual representation on what you mean. Because I'm not sure which parts you're meaning or anything like that. Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
How about we just change the fucking topic?
Yeah,
probably a good idea.
Was right.
Clearly, we have
because the Astro score actually did kind of suck.
Yeah,
we have a complete and utter dissonance on how we look at the animation of Kill la Kill. My point being was that forsaking fundamentals for the sake of innovation is not a good excuse. I dislike most.
Okay, let's change this.
Let's move on.
Astro scores. It was shit. We agree with that. Okay.
Well, that's not much of a discussion. I mean, that's pretty much just all agree.
Okay, which girl from Astro scores would you at least say is passable as a waifu?
Pretty much just the main.
Okay.
The blonde one with the huge tits.
The purple one with a sexy voice.
Gotta have those tits on your waifus, man.
The purple one, the pink-haired one with like the sexy voice that I can melt in like butter.
Oh, ooh, like butter.
I mean, have you heard a good sound from a seiyuu just directly in your ear? Ear sex, man.
Pay the voice actor to do ASMR and ASMR hentai audio.
I'm surprised they haven't tried that yet.
Yeah.
Literally, the animation industry and the seiyuu industry could make a fuck ton of money off of that.
Just role playing as having her play the role of just do an ASMR hentai with you. Young and old. You can be young and old and just pay her to do that with you.
It would be so much money making. It's surprised they haven't tried it.
All of a sudden, Masako Nozawa comes out with ASMR.
Fucking shooting a Kamehameha at you. Or Frieza going like, oh.
Honestly, I would probably actually pay for Frieza to do an Ojo laugh.
Just a fucking oh. It's fucking hilarious.
Or just have little Kribo do it.
Oh my god. But yeah, so what about you, Unknown Otaku?
What?
Astro's War waifu.
I haven't seen the Astro's War.
Oh, okay.
You are lucky.
There really isn't waifu material in it because there isn't characters in it.
We all know what Digibro's waifu is, though.
Is
the
it-
lolly?
It's the main male.
The lolly. No, the lolly.
That's what I said.
Big tits. Yeah.
I think we all just guessed lolly.
No, I said the
Yeah.
main male, and that's what
Same.
OneManCast said. We
Main
both,
male.
we both said the main male at the same time.
I had to.
Very. Oh boy.
Yeah.
What a load of shit.
Is one thing Digi did say call him that I remember that it was just perfect was the biggest Frankenstein creation.
A Frankenstein of different light novel
Yeah.
like tropes and shit. All those
Yeah,
different
that
characters.
is something.
Kirito, just Kirito and some other guys, you know,
Some like
just fucking.
edgelordy shit.
And he can't decide whether he wants to be the loner badass or the nice guy fucking protagonist. Just fucking.
Oh yeah. He's like a person with split personality disorder, or however you call
Fucking
it.
stupid. And he's like an amalgamation of every bad light novel trope ever made.
Yeah, and I could get behind that if the females were decent enough, but not only were the females not decent enough, all of the arcs made no fucking sense.
Fairy tale.
Wait, there are arcs?
Yeah, tournament arcs
Yeah.
mostly.
Tournament arc.
Yeah, pretty much. Tournament arcs and school arcs.
School.
You know, I feel like that's a
Whole fucking
meme
thing,
that Giguk would have probably killed, but everyone else got to it first.
Yeah, the thing I'm talking about that is
Yeah.
I dislike that meme in all honesty.
Yeah.
It,
But I loved it when he went structured series of fights arc.
yeah, it was funny. Like this, like it was funny the first time I heard tournament arc. It was funny the second. It was getting old with the third. The fourth time, you're fucking killing me. And then he pulled up that next thing. I was like, okay, fine. I guess that's a little change. I'll accept it. But if he said it again, I'm like, it's a fucking dead meat. Just let it die already. I hear it fucking everywhere.
Rule of threes.
It wants to sleep forever.
Yeah. Just fucking let the tournament.
It wants to join Harambe up in meme heaven.
But we just won't let it.
Yeah.
Never.
That's how I feel about you,
You
Gaming
must.
Knuckles.
Oh yeah.
I love
Dude,
you.
you know
that's-
the way.
I think, do even normies use that anymore?
No. Does that mean it's not normie to post it now?
I know.
Is that
No,
how
it
goes?
takes at least a year for a meme to come back.
I mean,
yeah, the Tide
like-
The
Pod
one
meme.
I'm noticing now is that fucking Hentai Haven took away lolies,
Yeah.
and
What?
people are bitching
So-
about that.
They took away
which
the
one's
tag.
Steve?
They didn't
Steve?
take away lollies.
Yeah, they took
away
away the tag.
Yeah, I know
Which
you can
is
still
funny
put it in
because
flat chest.
Hentai Haven, it kept shorter though.
Like, literally,
it's a
as long
double
as-
standard. But it's even crazier that people are like finding an answer was like shorter gender bend tags.
They just created.
They created a loophole.
So yeah, lolly or not like shorter gender bend and done.
I mean, I just sit there and go, whatever keeps you from actually fucking a child.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
I mean, a bullet keeps everyone from doing bad things.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
if you want-
I mean, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a $2,000 fine.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
should get a lot more than
we
that.
should get
That
behind
still pisses me
I
the
think
fuck
Thanos,
off.
hold on. I think Thanos didn't go far enough in that it should be 100% of the population. Because if you kill everyone, then no one's gonna do anything bad.
I mean, with lollies, if you want a fat Tomatica, go right ahead. You know, just don't do it to real kids.
I mean, that's
Is
still
she-
your joke.
I think she's considered JC.
JC.
JC staff.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Well, no. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's basically Lolly is under middle school age, JC is middle school, JK is high school.
She's literally.
She's either like third year middle school or first year high school in the
Lolly, used to be like a fucking personality, not just a look.
Yeah.
Like, which is why
Sasami best girl.
Which is why Kanade from Angel Beats is not considered a lolly.
Kanade from what?
Angel Beats.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember who Kanade is.
Drama anime.
She's a legal lolly.
No,
yes,
it's not that.
No.
It's her fucking personality. She is nothing like a lolly. That's not because a lolly used to just be fucking the personality mixed with their fucking looks, and to an extent it used to just be their fucking personality. So like it didn't mean it. Lolly's been bastardized to pretty much just in the anime community to fucking be that.
Technically, Lolly is derivative of Lolita, the novel.
Lolita
we all know that.
Yeah, I
But
care
when the anime community was adopting it, they used it as a personality, not just the fucking looks.
Yeah,
I mean, it was all about
before
soothing.
we made the circle of Dares, though.
Yeah. Is Rim a lolly?
No, she's
the Fool of Oz is saying.
Technically.
Trying to remember what she technically is.
Yandere?
No.
Anything under the age of 18.
That one, there's those 3 episodes where I think she could qualify as a yandere.
Hold on.
But
so, Rem from
No, Psycho, yeah.
Right? Is how old is she?
She's like 16,
I don't care
17.
about the age.
Well, if she
does it really matter?
If she's 6, even in most states, she would be legal. Even in most states,
5,000 years old. Okay, now is she a lolly?
She'd be a legal lolly.
I mean, technically, Shinobu is a lolly, and she's almost 600.
Yeah, but she has really
she's a
big
legal
breasts.
lolly.
She has a full adult body and a fucking whatchamacallit, big breast. How can that be a lolly?
That's kind of where I
mean,
sit on.
That's dependent. I mean, like
I'm just joking because she has 2 forms, or actually, no more than 2 forms, but she has her fucking adult form.
Oh, Shinobu. Yeah, she has hard underblade
that she has to consume or something like
that.
She has Donut Girl, and could probably end their World Girl.
Full of Oz. I swear she's 18.
I swear she's 18.
Look, officer,
years old.
She said she was 600. I didn't know she was lying.
Dude, there was this friend of mine. No, there was this friend of mine. There was this friend of mine who came up with this like fucking saying like she says age says she's only 12, but her mouth says she's 18.
Wait, what?
Something about like this is how old she is, but her mouth says she's 18.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I remember that.
That's old.
I remember that meme because I remember the meme that said that moment when she 2, but that mouth is 18.
Oh my god. Well, it was something kind of like that what he said, but basically it's like she's too young for you, but she's like sucking you off already.
Okay, that's a bit peculiar. That is a very peculiar verse.
Let's change the subject from lollies as fast as possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
to find out how old somebody is, to stick your dick in their mouth. It's like
I'm trying to remember what the fuck Rim is technically.
It's a pervert version.
Because Kudere is a emotionless girl.
I mean, does she really have to fit into a dairy category?
She basically does. I'm just trying to remember. It might be Dondere.
She might just be a fucking psycho and not fit into any of the dairy categories.
You guys remember how you guys?
I mean, she's clearly dairy
was a girl, right?
Subaru.
Yeah.
She just has some bit of personality issues.
That one time, and that was because he smelled like the witch.
And she fucking bashed him with a fucking, flail.
Just imagine being killed just because you smell.
Yeah.
Welcome to every feminist ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could solve a lot of the problems in the Middle East.
Or
Very
we'll
true.
just be like Mother's Basement and suggest everyone should start reading feminist literature.
And have our girlfriends write every single script for us.
No, he literally told...
Dude, that's assuming his girlfriend can read.
And
that is...
read the Patreon pledges.
And it all circles back to ripping on Mother's Basement. Who can't...
And it is sexist to assume that women can read.
I mean, yeah, right? I mean, we're all about empowering females, so we gotta encourage literacy.
Yeah, empowering them, so don't take away their hooker jobs.
Hey, it's why I loved soft bigotry.
I mean, for fuck's sake, being fat is a good thing now, supposedly.
Yeah, I tell them no. I'll straight up tell you.
Yeah.
Like, you'll literally die if you're too fat or too skinny.
No, I'm talking about, like, I don't care if you're fat or not, just stay away.
Pretty much. I mean, I can respect people's rights, but when you're trying to fuck with, my life, it's like, no. Wait. Oh, yeah. That was what I was going to say.
But it's an incel's fault. It's 100% the fault of the incel that he's incel.
Even if it is the incel's fault, do you really think making fun of the incels is the answer?
It's all KaiserTrigger's
fault.
Yeah!
Say what?
Say what?
Yeah, let's play KaiserTrigger.
Uh-huh. Okay, whatever.
Like, honestly, when you think about it, it gets dumber and dumber.
It really does. It lowers everyone's IQ just objectively.
The whole incel.
Yeah.
Damn.
Freaking incel community starting to get popular in the media.
Like,
and then
the
all
most
of a sudden,
incel of us is Kaiser. But...
All because another supreme gentleman showed his face.
Yeah, even if they get popular in the media, they're still not going to get pussy.
No, what I was trying to say is...
Very true.
Even after all that popularity, it did not affect Monkey Jones's channel, who has like 1,000 videos about Elliot Rodger.
No, did he gain like 10,000 subs in a day?
That was not because of Elliot Rodger. That was because of fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He gained...
this year.
No, he went from, whatchamacallit,
around
60,000 to 150,000 from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I mean,
damn.
Here's the thing. The fact that fans of Diary of a Wimpy Kid could understand most of Mumkey's material is surprising.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't think the fucking video got him... I don't think any of his, like, older Elliot Rodgers videos have been blowing up that I've seen.
He just put one out a few weeks ago, and it got a good number of views.
I remember watching that as it came out. That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah. The worst day for Elliot Rodger.
Yeah. That was the funniest shit.
I died laughing. I was like, are you kidding me? It was like, how can you keep finding stuff about Elliot Rodger? And then you...
Oh my god. And, like, his old anime reviews are great, too.
Fuck. There's nothing wrong with liking a 15-year-old. God damn it.
I've said it once before. I'll say it again. Fucking Mumpky Jones has the best review of Bobo Bobo Bobo. And it's unironically fucking amazing.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'll believe it because he's got the best review of B Gotta HK.
No. It is a serious
God, I love that
review. It's not a shit post. It's a serious review, and it's one of the best.
The Gundam song's awesome.
It fucking it even dwarfs all like what actual reviewers do nowadays.
Yeah. Well, like, I want to call him a shit poster, but the thing is, he obviously puts a lot of effort into it.
Insults are the
So,
result of feminism.
I guess satirist is the right word for Mumkey. I still love his rating system from the NGE to Boku no Pico, and it's just reversed.
The I want to die meter.
Yeah. Oh, and his top 10 anime waifus is probably the best video ever. Like, unironically.
Oh, you.
And number one, and only take this one if none of the other waifus worked, is a noose. Because you should fucking hang yourself.
Okay, that is fucking funny.
I did. I fucking died.
Dude. It's even funnier just because of the buildup of, like, Ash's mom and Mr. Mime.
Yeah. And then young Melf, and then old elf, or whatever fuck her name is.
Yeah.
Murph. Something like that.
And then, shit, like, over half of them were just not even closely related to anime.
Jane Goodall.
Say what again? What?
Jane Goodall.
Oh, and his fucking review of Two Broke Girls.
Oh, okay.
God damn.
Are we just going to become a Monkey Jones's channel?
Oh, no.
I mean, I was thinking of debating Asperger.
I already debated him twice.
Yeah, I saw.
Once I lost, and that was... I didn't really believe what I was fighting for. It was just... I thought he wouldn't fucking be able to defend it.
Well, I've got a few things I can argue on. One is that Gar versus Lee is not the best fight in the tuning exam arc.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And that's mainly because of the thematics of a fight scene.
I think people just buy and suck on too much in the underdog versus overpowered.
Oh no, it's 100% hype in that fight because that fight sucks dick until he drops the weights.
It's what made Naruto, like, at first, like, one of the a really good thing. It was an underdog story.
Except it really wasn't, because he makes over 100 clones by episode 2.
Well, yeah, but it's explained. Fuck, like, if you take a look at it,
I don't even buy that Naruto was the underdog versus Gaara.
That's just like it's explained that in Black Clover, how he has this super broke power in a world where magic is everything.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, you remember the illusionary jutsu that fucking made, like, a whole bunch more shadow... not shadow...
That's fighting the tuning exams.
Hold on. Let me fucking finish. Okay. Whatchamacallit? The illusionary jutsu in the tuning exam. It could create so many of them, but they're all so fucking weak. As in, they couldn't even fucking hit anything. It was all an illusion. There's that, and then look at the shadow.
It was the basic clone jutsu that Naruto can't even use.
Hold on.
He'd made legit shadow clones.
Hold on, I'm still explaining. Now, shadow clones are like a fucking, like, one punch and it's destroyed. Like, even the smallest scrape can fucking kill them. It's like the easiest thing. Why? Because it's made out of a fucking shadow. I think you see where I'm going with this. An illusion, it can't fucking battle because it's made out of a fucking illusion. A shadow, it can't fucking take a hit because it's made out of fucking shadow. A fucking wood clone, being one of the strongest things, is like fucking durable as hell, and that's because it's made out of fucking wood. A fucking water clone is more durable and stronger than a fucking shadow clone, and that's because it was made out of fucking water instead of shadow. Which means it costed a lot less chakra to fucking make a shadow clone than fucking all the other things.
Wait,
yes, but the multi-shadow clone jutsu is stated that making more than 9 is usually going to kill someone.
Yeah, but don't things related to yin and yang chakra mean more than elemental chakra? Or am I
I remember they were even saying Naruto has an absurd amount of chakra, but
well, yeah,
the trick
he's
for
usually yang chakra.
No.
Well, the trick of the shadow clone jutsu is you didn't need anything to make the clone. Water clone jutsu requires water.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Naruto has a huge amount because of the QB. Without the QB, he would not have that huge.
No, he naturally has a fuck ton of chakra on top of the QB's chakra.
Yeah, he
only has that potential because he had the chakra. He wasn't born with a high amount of chakra.
Yeah, he was. That's why he could house the QB.
Yeah. Kakashi.
But he wasn't born with a high enough amount on his.
No, that's what Kakashi explained. Is that Naruto has a natural fuck ton of chakra. It's just
but
the
that
QB.
Was sourced from the QB. That was enhanced by the QB.
Not. No, he said they were completely separate. That Naruto has a natural fuck ton amount, and that QB is just a bonus to that. Unless you want to say...
Pretty sure Yamano said something to the contrary.
Hold on. Unless you want to say that Kakashi, if you multiply his chakra by 5 times, that's as much as QB. Because
Which isn't even close.
Because that is whatchamacallit. Kakashi said Naruto's fucking chakra was. That's what Kakashi said Naruto's chakra was. It was as if you took Kakashi's full chakra and times it by 5. That is what his base fucking chakra was.
From what I understood, from what I had seen with Yamato, he had said something entirely different.
Okay, here's a good way to put it. When he activated QB chakra, he was able to amp every ninja in the war, which was over, God, a fucking 100,000, by 3 times.
That is an absurd
just
amount
using
of
the that's the QB chakra.
So is
his
this
natural chakra in the tuning exam arc, he made 2,000 clones after fighting.
So is this the Seth the programmer channel now?
But I don't think that's without help, because during the training arc to which he would develop the Rasen Shuriken, he would constantly have to fear his QB chakra going out of control.
No.
Yeah, we're not talking about that far.
Remember, Kakashi, he fucking made all those fucking clones on the fucking bridge while he was almost out of chakra and almost beaten by fucking Zabuza. He was very fucking low on chakra, and he still said at max potential that Kakashi had of chakra, the maximum potential of Kakashi, times that by 5, and that is what Naruto has of chakra.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is how much his fucking base.
So is it suddenly Seth the programmer's channel now?
I don't even think.
No, it's Swag Kage.
Apparently, from what I understand,
it's more Swag Kage, because I don't think Seth has ever.
Apparently,
not much of a difference. Okay.
No,
apparently,
actually,
Naruto
I don't think either of them have explained this.
Yeah, Naruto was never an underdog.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
He was just completely untalented.
Wait a minute, hold on. About the Naruto. Now back to my original story. It was because we didn't know that fucking, just because he had the thing sealed in him, we didn't know that it gave him power until the fucking bridge battle, and then that is when it no longer became a fucking underdog when the fucking demon controlled Naruto, the fox demon.
Keep in mind the bridge arc was before the Chunin exams.
No, I said at the bridge.
We're saying at the bridge he activated QB chakra.
Right.
That's when you figure out it's no longer a fucking underdog story.
Right. That's
I figured out
it
way
takes
before
away
then.
from the entire value of the tuning exam.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is Naruto was originally an underdog story.
It really wasn't. The only person who was stronger than Naruto up until Zabuza, who was shown to be extremely elite, was Kakashi.
No,
like we're showing top end.
No, because like inside Naruto, it literally said Naruto was the worst one in the class, that everyone surpassed Naruto.
Until the end of episode 1, where he summons 100 shadow clones, when because 12-year-olds are struggling to summon one regular clone.
No, because actual clones take so much fucking chakra. Because if you look
they don't. The shadow clones take a fuck ton.
It's about dumb blind luck and Jesus.
Well, let's say this. At least the fact that he's untalented really does show through. Because he's so untalented that like he always gets his ass kicked.
Where is he untalented?
That's the thing. It's a talentless person with a lot of potential.
It's literally the same.
It's a story about living up to your potential. Unfortunately, it even loses that when it becomes about bullshit eye powers and fucking inheritance.
And if you want to say that freaking Naruto doesn't become no longer an underdog story when he, like, if it doesn't become if it doesn't stop becoming an underdog story with the Haku fight, then at the very least it stops at the fucking Neji fight.
Chunin exams?
Yeah, the Chunin exams. Yeah. Because he's actually fucking controlling it. And this is an absurd power that just no one fucking has, that is so fucking overpowered.
Basically, it became a series where everybody had some power that almost nobody else had except for one or two people. Like, for example, like Naruto isn't the only one with the tailed beast inside of him, but there's only very few of them. Sasuke, he's one of the last members of his clan, but he has that fucking shot, the fucking Byakugan shit and all this other shit.
Yeah, he ends up with a Rinnegan, which is even broker. But
that last.
Let's not talk about the fact that he never uses a Matarasu.
No, Sasuke uses a Matarasu.
Sasuke uses it all the time.
Like twice.
Like twice.
That would be the thing I spammed as soon as I got the permanent Mangekyo.
Like, that's what I was hoping Sasuke would do.
The thing going, I see you, now you're on fire.
Yeah, and a fire you can't put out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can only seal it like Jiraiya did.
Or cut your arm off like A did.
He used a toad as
or just cut your arm off like Madara can and just grow it right back.
Jiraiya,
let's not bring up Shinju.
Yeah. Well, what Jiraiya did was he basically scroll, right?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, can we just agree that the last arc of Naruto was bullshit?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the one with the final villain?
I think everyone can agree, except if you're
which final villain?
No,
I think everyone can agree. No, I think everyone can agree that the final arc of Naruto is bullshit unless you're getting paid by Naruto Online, and then suddenly the final fucking thing is a fucking narrative genius fucking thing of a spectacle.
No, it's got some great fights.
No, because
Kakashi versus Obito was a really good fight.
Shikamaru mini arc.
Shikamaru in general, he's got the best fights in the series.
There was a lot
because he's got the fights where it's like, oh, he's actually working like a ninja.
I just remember before they were getting paid by Naruto Online, everyone was shitting on Naruto, saying it was so bad and terrible. Yeah. But the moment they got paid by Naruto Online, which I found out it was like either $1,000 or $2,000 they were sponsored for.
Am I the only one who doesn't care for Naruto Online?
No, hold on. Because they were sponsored, they made a video saying why it was good.
You're talking about people like Mother's Basement, right?
Even Giguk did one, but at least he was honest and went, yeah, I just like the fights. Because if you take out all of this bullshit, the fights are actually pretty good.
So wait, what did you say Giguk was honest about? Like what?
He literally stated the only thing he liked was the fights.
Yeah.
I mean, the fights.
So he did a list of here's the fights I really liked.
Here's the fights I like, but I still think most of it is shit, right?
Oh yeah.
I think most of the filler is shit.
No, he couldn't say.
Okay, yeah.
I don't say the filler with Sasuke.
He didn't even criticize it at all inside the fucking thing, and that's only because he was only saying the fight and it's like, well, I didn't lie. The fight was good. Just because I didn't mention everything else doesn't mean
He's been on record how many times though shitting on Naruto.
Yeah, I know.
And it's always been the same three things, so it's literally beating a dead horse at this point. Pacing is terrible. Filler? Oh my... Fuck the filler of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden.
Fuck the filler of a lot of anime out there.
I mean, filler can be fine if it adds to the lore, but it just does
I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I love the Curry of Youth episode.
You're going crazy what?
I've been listening to whoever's fucking background of like crickets and nighttime shit it is for the past like fucking 2 hours, and it's fucking. Oh my god.
Not me.
I'm outside right now.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
I've been wondering.
Yeah,
who
it's
it
not-
was.
Because
It just finished raining, so it's really nice outside.
it's like, I mean, for me, I'm not even outside. I don't hear crickets anywhere.
I don't know
Neither
what
do I.
outside is.
I literally removed my headphones to make sure it wasn't me, and it wasn't me.
Like it can't. Like when you. What do you mean by crickets? Okay.
No, I've been
Okay,
hearing it in the
everyone,
background
shut up
too.
for a second then.
Ah, they went away.
No, I can still hear.
Oh,
you.
I turned my mic
Barely.
down.
Oh, that's why. Okay, he turned his mic on.
Okay.
Okay, so it was him then.
Yeah.
Because you said 2 hours or something, right? For the past 2 hours. I mean, the only thing I could from my end would be the air conditioner.
Dude, I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, did you find courage?
No.
Courage? What?
Yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
I found
yeah.
Cat.
Out in the middle of nowhere. You got Courage the Cowardly Cat. Oh, man. Courage the Cowardly Dog was one hell of a show for fucking kids. You know, it was really weird.
It was
Well, see, that's kind of what I don't like about a lot of the cow art shit, is it's either propaganda or mindless.
But modern
Mindless
shows.
propaganda.
Yeah, let's...
No, those two contradict each other.
No, they don't. Have you seen Steven Universe?
Yeah.
I don't watch shitty Cartoon Network shows.
I don't
Steven
either.
Universe is shit.
Oh yeah, I hear it all the time.
I suppose I should support my claim, but I just really don't want to.
You don't have to
That is
try
not
hard.
justified.
Steven Universe
All
is shit.
I have to do is pull up the American broadcast schedule, and it's like 90% Teen Titans Go.
The dude who is remaking the Thundercats actually hated the original Thundercats.
Dude, all
Yes,
you
they
have to do...
That
okay,
was
all you have to do,
some
okay,
asshole tweeting that out, dude.
you have to do is go watch ER's video about Steven Universe.
That's what I just quoted the very beginning.
Yeah, I know. Steven Universe is shit.
Yeah.
There, and then...
There's a reason why I stopped watching Cartoon Network shows a long
All you
time
have to
ago.
do is watch Jello Apocalypse's video, and you'll understand why it's shit.
No, all you
Oh,
need to do
yeah.
is watch ER's because he tells you why it's shit while also showing Hitler.
I like comedy,
What's
so
going on either?
No, it explains why Steven Universe is shit through Nazis.
That's actually very clever.
It's fucking hilarious in all honesty. I fucking laugh my ass off at it all the time.
Steven Rapeyverse. That's what he called the video.
Yeah.
Because basically gems, you know, like how gem fusion.
oh
All
yeah.
the time you see it a lot of fucking rape,
all
basically.
rape.
Yeah, Steven Rapeyverse.
Oh my god, that's awesome. So
That's
it's
literally the
right
title of the
minute.
video. Go watch it when you get the chance. ER makes really good videos.
That's
They're
why
really
he's
fucking
like
hilarious.
at the top of my fucking AniTube list.
Oh, yeah.
Has he even done anything related to anime?
Yes, one thing.
He did One Punch Man.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh hey, another.
Oh
anime.
yeah, in
He
relation
talked-
to Deadpool.
Yeah.
Another anime I didn't like. Okay,
He also One Punch Man or Deadpool?
One Punch Man.
I didn't.
How
like,
did
Oh, okay, yeah. He liked One Punch Man compared to Deadpool.
He
I don't
loves
like
One
either.
Punch Man, and he explains why One Punch Man is actually good. Unlike that anime snob who says One Punch Man is stupid. Why?
Dude,
It's
Terribly
stupid.
paced. The humor is
no,
terrible.
no. Wait, fucking Snob compared One Punch Man to Tentai Senshi Sunred, and he said Sunred is better because Sunred has a fucking girlfriend. That's why it's better.
Oh my
That's
Wait, did
completely
he
and utter
actually do
shite.
a One Punch Man review? I didn't see it. I just see him.
That was a long time ago. I
see-
saw it a long time ago. He compared it to Tentai Senshi Sunred.
Oh my god, I'm gonna watch the video because I've seen him only compare it to like other fucking whatchamacallit.
does he
haven't
not
seen him compare it.
understand why One Punch Man is good?
No, he doesn't. He says
no. One Punch Man isn't good.
you-
Terribly paced, terribly timed.
You're not expecting there to be a coherent story in a fucking gag manga.
Yeah, the problem is that the way the gag manga is paced in itself is why it doesn't work.
You're not supposed to expect it to be like, really.
And I'm not expecting to
hold on,
have to
hold on,
slog
hold on,
through
hold on.
20 minutes of shit to get to like 6 minutes of action.
Why is the
It's not
pacing
supposed.
bad?
You're not.
That's actually.
Wait, why is them pacing bad?
The pacing is bad because they're so fucking slow, and the way they set up the entire fighting and the gags itself, that it doesn't form a cohesive,
Why though? What is it? What is it? Give me an example.
Well,
Give us an example.
let's see. What would be the best example? Would it be the building towards like the main other heroes that he would oppose, or should I go with the mosquito episode, or should I maybe go with the start, or like with Geno? There's a lot of
is layered with jokes. You're not supposed to just pay attention. There's not supposed to be a build. You're just supposed to watch.
You're not supposed to also want to tune half of it out, and I wanted to tune half of it out because the way it was set up was uninteresting. The world building was terrible. There is no proper setup to the funny jokes of the gag manga. The manga for One Punch Man was great.
That's because there's not much world to be built on. The world is just this one big gag. The world itself is on a map is considered just
a gag.
Like
it's a generic gag, but even then it's unfunny.
No, even the world is a gag, as in the cities aren't important enough that they can't have their own names. They just have it as A, B, C, D.
Right, I get that. I've watched the anime.
That's why
I slogged through the entire thing. There's a reason why I don't like it, and that's because I slogged through the entire...
I don't think you slogged through the entire thing. Have you seen Season 3?
Season 3 of One Punch Man? No.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't slugged through the entire thing.
I'm pretty sure it's only had 2 seasons.
It hasn't even gotten to the...
Okay, there you go. I thought I had seen a Season 2 on my anime list, to be fair. I thought I had seen it, and somebody was watching it, but I didn't, because I didn't fucking pay attention to it.
Oh, I want to hear about this Season 2. What was bad about Season 2? Can you tell me?
People keep telling me there's a Season 2. I didn't...
It's coming out.
Yeah. You said you watched it all and then thought there was a Season 2. So let's hear what's bad about Season 2.
So split together that I didn't really pay attention to whether it was a Season 2 or not. Like, it was so bland.
There was a lot of OVAs.
Okay, maybe that was where...
I think there were only 2.
No.
Even if it's just 1, I completely just...
I think there was 4. I'm pretty sure there was 4.
Regardless...
Supposed to be 6 OVA.
It's so bland that it just blends into my brain, and I don't really remember anything of value from it. Like, I look at all the different arcs and all the different characters and all the different action and gag scenes.
I can't believe that OneManCast isn't a fan of One Punch Man.
Yes, that old friend never gets old. But yeah, I get it. It's an unpopular opinion, and that's why you disagree with it. I get it.
No. They're just asking you your reasonings.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm more than willing to explain. I'm just saying.
I mean, Teen Titans isn't bad. Teen Titans is actually really good. I don't.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go isn't though.
Yeah,
depends on
the full law is saying
watch.
I ironically like Teen Titans.
Hey man, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he also says
I didn't watch enough
is much superior than One Punch Man.
I mean,
what Mob Psycho?
Yeah,
they're not wrong.
Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho is themed it a little differently.
Themes.
Yes, themes. Yes, themes is memes. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, very important to storytelling.